just our toes are gripping. We've done this in my mat class where we're standing on yoga blocks and we're working on those toe flexors. We press out. Whoa, that is not one spring. Okay. And then when you come home, grab the toes more and press out. So it's super light. This will turn into a jump, but see if those toe flexors and underneath the arch you can feel. 5 times, and then we'll go to the full arch, grabbing the toes. After 5, go to your full arch, so your toes will be hanging over the board. Yep, but still make those toes reach down and your heels are pressing into the board so you're staying activated in the back. Just 5 times, and maybe depending on the height of your board, you don't straighten your legs all the way because that might make you go into hyperextension, which of course we don't want. Just 5 times, feel the full arch. After 5, you go to your heels, very high, it's the very top. Press out. It's light, but it's really effective coming home. You have to control, so you don't have your toes to pull home. You really have to use your center. And last time. When you're done, we go to our first position. So it's a small V. I wouldn't be, if you danced, I wouldn't go into a very large first. And push the carriage out. And here you are standing at the wall. Okay, squeeze your heels. Lengthen your neck and move the whole entire torso into the carriage. Lift your heels up and heels down. Zip up your legs. Again, heels up. Great work for the butt. And heels down. 3 more. Up and heels down. Up, heels down. Up, heels down. Now, bend your knees and just monitor how far can you go in without your heels lifting. And then stretch out. Lift your heels. Drop your heels. Bend the knees. As soon as you feel like your heels are going to lift, you went too far. And straight, draw those inner thighs together. Lift the heels and resist the heels down. And bend. And straight. Lift the heels. And down. 2 more. Bend. And straight. Very much underneath the butt that you're trying to find. Heels down last time. Bend. Straight. Up. And down. Now bend. Lift your heels with your knees bent. Extend your legs straight with your heels up. Drop the heels. Bend the knees. Lift your heels. Extend your legs. Get taller as you drop your heels. And bend. Demi-point. And lengthen and down. 2 more. Bend. Heels. Straighten your legs and resist the heels last time. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Reverse, heels up. Bend the knees. Now drop your heels. Straighten your legs. Heels up. Bend. Heels down. So we're really working through the ankle joint. 3 more. Heels up. This is your demi-point. Drop the heels. Extend the legs. 2 more. Up and bend. Heels down. Extend the legs last time. Up and bend, heels down and up. Good job. Come on home. Take your legs straight up and just shake out the ankles. Shake, 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 shake. Now bring your feet down together. Same thing, we press out. Okay, once we're out, lift the heels, drop the heels. Bend the knees and straight. This might feel more accessible. And 3 and straight. Make sure your toes are smiling. Heels up and down and bend and lengthen and lift the heels. Resist the heels. Last time. 1 and 1 and 1 and down. Now we have bend. Lift the heels. So now your knees are bent, your heels are high, and extend the carriage out. Drop the heels. And a 1. Heels up. Extend and down. And a 1. Heels lift and press. Good, Jennifer. And down. 2 more. And 1. And lift. And out. And down. And 1. Lift the heels. Out and down. Reverse. Lift. Bend the knees. Drive the heels down and straight. And up. And bend. And down with the heels and straight. 3 more. So you're in your releve. You're in your demi-point. You're dropping the heels. Extend. 2 more and 1. 2 and 3. And 1 more. Extend. Good job. Now come home, bring your legs over the foot bar and just roll in, out for your calves. It hurts, but it feels good at the same time. And maybe do different parts of the feet, the ankle. Okie dokie. So I'm going to show you a pattern. If you didn't see my Instagram post, I'm going to show you the pattern we're going to work on. And then I'm going to just stand and watch you, okay? So we have, and if we start to feel like we have it, then we'll do it on 2 springs. That's usually how it's done. But just light first. Okay, so we have, remember that when you go to jump, I'd rather you just do a little articulation opposed to using a ton of leg work because you lose the connection with your feet into your seat. We don't want to work so much here. But let me just show you what you're going to work on. So we have 1, 2, 3, out, in. Okay, so we have heels down, you're already warmed up. 2, 3, quick. Now this is okay on 1 spring, but when we go to 2, it's so fast you just got to make it happen. Okay, so basically we're doing and in, and heels down, push off, and then quick in. Okay, so let me watch that. Ooh, Paige just, I don't know what the hell you're going to do. Okay. So let's start with the carriage out. Okay, so you're standing at the wall right now. Pull your neck long, drive your feet into the board. Good. Now you know that when you go to your plie, you can only go as deep as those heels can stay because we're working on the stretch in the back. So we start out and we have bend in and push out 1 and in, 2 and in, 3 and in, out and in, and 1 and in, 2 and in, 3 out and in. Last time, 1 and 2 and 3, out, in, and rest. Okay. Now one of the challenges is to hold your turnout with your external rotators. I see you guys jumping and your thigh bones doesn't know where to go. So you really have to work and pull those hips under and use your booty. Okay? So we'll try one more time and then we'll add on. Start with your legs straight. And we have coming in and out 1, out 2, out 3, and out. Coming in, yes, and 1, better, and 2, and 3, out, in, yes, yes. Is this new for people or people have done this? Raise your hand if you just never done this before. Okay, and the rest of you have? Oh, okay. So we're going to do, so the pattern is going to be a first, out, in twice. And then on the out, in on the last one, we're crossing over, right and a left and a right. And then we don't cross. And then a left and a right and a left don't cross. We come back to first. Okay, I'll do with you. I won't say it's going to be a 5th position because unless you're a ballet dancer, it's really hard to have that kind of turnout. So when we cross, you just cross as best as you can, use your inner thighs. So we have, and 1, get in there as soon as you can. Out, in, and 1, use the feet. 2, 3, out, cross, and across, and across, and across. Don't cross, and a right, and a left, and a right. Don't cross, back to first. Okay. So let's try that and see what happens. I'll call it out. So start with your carriage out. Okay. And coming in and kick out 1 and 2 and 3, out, in, and 1 and 2 and 3, out, cross, and a left, and a right, and a left. Don't cross, and a right, and a left, and a right. Don't cross, back to first. Nice. Yes. All right, does that make sense for everybody? Yeah. Okay. Sonia?
Yeah, quick question. Okay, so we're jumping 1, 2, 3. Out on 4.
Yeah.
Jump 1, 2.
Out on 4 again, but you cross on the second one.
Okay, so
first, out, in. Again, first, out, cross the right over the left. And cross, and cross, and cross.
3,
don't
4.
Cross. And a bump, and a bump, and a bump. Don't cross.
Got
Jump
it.
back.
Okay, I had just missed the one after the first separation.
Gail, you have a question?
Can you do that one more time?
Definitely. So we have a first, out, in. Again, a first, out. When we come in, the right foot comes over the left. And then left and a right and a left don't change. And a right and a left and a right don't change. Come back to first. Okay, want to do it one more time and then we'll add on? Okay. And remember, we haven't even tried 2 springs yet. That's when the rubber hits the road. Okay. Now, some of you are pushing too hard on the first 3. I want you to save that explosive energy for the legs going out. The first is really about articulating the feet, not going far back. Okay, think about that rhythmically. All right, start with carriage out. And as you're bending of your knees, 1, 2, 3, explode in. 1, 2, 3, explode right over left and a change, and a change, and a change. Don't change. And a right, and a left, and a right. Don't change. Back to first, and first, and first. Out, in, and a one, and a two, and a three. Out, cross, and a one, and a right, and a left. Don't change. And a right, and a left, and a right. Don't change. Back to first. Woo! Bring your feet up, shake out the ankles. Okay. Now, we bring your feet all the way together like we were doing before. And this one is nice and basic. So, we push out, don't go back so far, you're just working your feet. Okay, just get used to that. It's almost like you're going to your tippy toes. That's the work, because when we jump, the work, the stretch and the work is really how you bring the heels in. The explosive up in the air takes all that quad strength, but we can't have that without the feet. Yes, so it's really about the articulating the feet, get the heels down. Okay, so then we push, we take one foot off and we lightly. So now it's a little bit of like a prancing. It's not big. You're just using the feet and the seat. You'll be able to tell when we get into like the elephant combination. Right. Right. Okay. And relax down. Go back to your first position. Take the carriage out. So we're still on one spring. From here, take your right ankle and put it behind your left ankle. Your right thigh will fall open. Okay. From here, we bend, and the right is kind of like your knuckle of your right big toe is kissing the back of your left ankle. And we bend the left knee and we jump very light without disturbing the right thigh. Right. Again, it's about how you get that heel down. And then we change. Start out. Take your left inner foot in behind your right ankle. Bend the right. And little. It's about the feet connecting into the underneath the pelvis. One side might feel more natural. Okay, let me see. Start with the right leg again. Okay, so let me just look at you for a second. Turn your right thigh open, everybody, and point your right foot and point it so that the inside of the big toe is touching the back of your left Achilles. And then glue that on. Yep. And now jump out. Hold that shape. That's better. That's better. Right. So coupe in back. And then change. So both feet have a role to play. Yeah, Paige, so you could just do straighten and, oh yeah, that's fine, but be careful. Okay, now that's nice, Jennifer. Is this new for people? Yeah, okay. Kind of, sort of. So now what you're going to do is, let me show you. So we start out, and when we go to jump, we're going to literally kick in, kick out. So you're trying not to change your thigh bone. It's just from the knee down, but it's the same thing you've been doing, right? It's just we add a out, in, out, in, out, in. Okay, out, and then we change. And right. Nice. Now, Gail, you have enough time when you're pushing to make the your push off leg straighten more fully. Yes. Yes. Think it. Yes. Oh, beautiful. Nice. Yes, you guys. Now can you change and then change? Should alternate. Start out right. One in, one in, one. It's like you're slicing the air. That's why both feet are so important. Boom. Out. Out. Yes. Yes. It's kind of fun, right? Yes. Okay, now let's see if we can do it. You feel your booty, Rachel? Yeah. So can you imagine us doing this with just you in the ground? It's a million times harder, but let's go to 2 springs and see what happens. So all that floating in the air is going to leave you. Let's just start with what we know. We'll go back to first, out, in. Let's see what that feels like on 2 springs. So we start with the legs straight like we're standing, and we bend our knees like we're doing our demi-plie. We push out, first, out, in. So let's just try that. It's tighter already. So we have 1. That's why your feet are so important. So it happens fast. 1, 2, 3, fast. That's why we start on 1. Yeah, all of a sudden it's like